Hello guys, welcome to Mount Bello Zoo, and I'm working on the top of the mountain, on top of our little waterfall we have here, and I wanted to really, hit you with quick progress to basically show you all the challenges I had. So first of all, the challenge was to do this path to the top because it's pretty steep. It's like hell steep. So to not have to terraform a lot, just to make it like it, it copies the terrain a little bit. There was a bit challenge. Also, I want to hide it at the top a little bit with some rocks and hills. There's this gate which I made. It's the same technique I used in the koala habitat that guests will walk through this without any problems. Let's just suggest that those are like the uh, plastic ropes and plastic sheets that the people can walk walk through habitat, but the animals are actually scared to go there and view it as a wall. So it in games mechanics wise it works the same basically. So I want to hide it actually from all the views from the bottom. I don't want anything to suggest basically there is any path or anything like that. We will just have a vista here which is going to be obviously visible from the bottom. And we are going to have peafowl there. Yes, peafowl. Because why not? It's not definitely not going to be your usual peafowl habitat. We do lack some shelter, but the land navigable land area is fine. So we will beautify this, obviously. What's this? You know what, let's just capture this little fella and don't care about it more. So I had a challenge here to place some facilities because we definitely need a power generator and a water treatment. I don't know why this has to be this big, but that's something we just have to work with. So I try to hide it as much as I can. I will put some trees here, so that's not going to be visible for our guests. And there is a neatly little hidden nibble of the stuff path right here, so that will basically prevent our guests to work this way, which I definitely do not want. We will put some signage obviously. And here we're going to create some vista point. Hopefully some guests will venture here because of the peafowl. Yeah, we just have to hope. So it's going to be a really small area, and the fun is that if you are taking this ferrata up top, you are walk straight into the peafowl habitat, which might be fun if you don't know what you are going into. So that's basically it, and yeah, I had a challenge to place the habitat barrier because there's basically no place around here. I did not want it to be way too obvious, so I had to do it from the backside, but at the time I had a challenge that from the backside there's no path access, right? So I had to make it walk through for the keeper and then access it from the backside. So not easy to make it all work around. Yeah, so just a couple thoughts. So guys, how about this view, huh? I think it's pretty good, right? It's a completely different view of the zoo, and we are standing on top of the waterfall, as you can see. If I turn to the left a little bit, this is the top of the big waterfall we have in a zoo. We can just, look down. Oh man, if you are scared of high places, this is probably not a great point of view for you, but it's fine. We are just in the game. We can see the dome, the South American beast. The sundial is very nicely lit by the sun. Obviously the orangutan house, and my favorite backside of the zoo with the little Asia corner. So completely different view, right? And with the mountain at the you know, back. It gives it another completely another perspective. So pretty nice. So let's look from the other side what we do have here. So we've made it. We made the top finally, and the waterfall is not just falling from some barren place anymore. We do have a little peafowl garden here. So let me first quickly show you how you can get here. So here's a little crossroad right here, and little sitting area. So if you take this road, it's pretty just, you know, dirty road, and right now not many people is coming here for the peafowl. I just saw like 2 guests coming here and back very quickly. I imagine this is very old part of the zoo, and I hope I somewhat have been able to reflect it with a very sparse and not avant-garde, not any modern decoration. It's, I imagine, very old part of the zoo which existed even before the zoo was actually founded. Because of the waterfall, obviously the nature was there for many thousand years, and people came here, and then they just turned it into zoo. So this was one of the first areas that they managed to put together, and they obviously needed some animal that does not require heavy lifting, because there's no backside access. That's there's no any utility road that will that will get you to the top. So you have to just take this little path I've just shown you. So it makes sense to have some really small and very easy to manage animal, which you can just, you know, take in your hands and carry up or down if you need, because there's no veterinary surgery or anything here, just a keeper hut and a couple of you know, treatments and power station, and that's also just because the games requires it. I would not put it here if I didn't have to. So it's a little small neat area which you can also access by the red ferrata. So you will come right here, and you might even stomp on one of the peafowls by accident. So leave this way, and there are 2 small wooden bridges for the peafowl because they cannot swim. So really a neat little area. Some education boards, some sitting areas for the people to hang out, and then oh yeah, I this is kind of funny. This is elephant grass that is just, you know, sticking a little bit out of the ground, and well, let me tell you, that is because of the habitat reversible area. I just needed to prevent somehow the animals to be able to go to this vista point, because when I'm show you barrier, and it's kind of problematic, and I haven't found a better solution actually, because the barrier has to run on the ground, right? I cannot put the barrier around the vista point because it is, you know, hanging out in the space and in the air. So the barrier actually has to follow the ground. That's why it does not cover the vista point. And when the peafowl ventured into the vista point, it just screamed at me that that an animal is escaping, and I was tired of that. So I've put a little elephant grass here, which serves as a well, ultimately as a barrier. So I'm not sure if it prevents people going there, because nobody come here anymore. So maybe we can test that live. That's fine. So can we grab eject group? Where can I grab you? I think there was some locate guest current destination. Nope. I thought that was some kind of a move button in here. Maybe I'm wrong. Eject group, guest can move. There you go, move. Let's move you here. So guys, enjoy the vista, and now show me, can you leave? Oh yeah, that's okay, it works. It works, it prevents the peafowl to go into the vista, and people are fine. So hey, why didn't you come here by yourself? I mean, it's nice here, huh? Alright, so that's the Montebello top, and from this side of the zoo we are done. I mean, there's literally nowhere else to go. I like how it turned out. I really tried not to put any like big trees or anything, so from the bottom actually you are not disturbed. You know, you could see that there is some vista and some people that can, you know, attract you to go up top, even though you can see that it's a pretty solid hike. But I did not want to disturb the waterfall by any big building or trees or anything. No, I really wanted to preserve this look of the nature taking the, you know, the prime here. So yeah, just quickly explaining my thoughts, and now let's turn our attention. Oh man, it's big, isn't it? So we've even, you know, closed the zoo from this side, and there's nothing sexy here really. So let me show you around rather quickly. So the actual people generators are below this pergola because I thought that's the most cleanest way how to really put the people in and out and to somewhat hide it. But there are these buses which are great. These are made by Wyzer basically. He just remodeled classic cool dog buses to more generic version which I used. I just recolorate, so big thanks to Wyzer to doing this, because I really needed something like this, you know, to have some really generic buses which I can use. So I imagine like the people that just left their car at the bottom of the mountain, they just, you know, have to, because you are not allowed to drive here, you have to get the bus which will come here, drop off you, you know, in the morning, then just goes here for a little parking spot, and the driver can, you know, go to this little utility house to, you know, hang out, and then he can come back using this shortcut and just, you know, take some more people and go down, and so on, so on. So I think that's pretty much the idea behind this parking spot for the buses. And here it is. Yeah, if you want to continue this zoo somehow, I don't know. Here's my color scheme I've been using since the beginning, so you can get the hex codes, or even if you click this little, I think I showed you already this, didn't I? So if you click this panel and color editor, you can get the color and copy it from here. If you press Ctrl C, and then, you know, in any other item you place it by Ctrl V and pressing enter, or you can just, you know, go to the color editor and put in the number that's right there, and you will get this exact color. This is something I'm using in my zoos as like a tooltip, so I can give my color scheme that I can be consistent with it. So I will just put this little panels to the side, and then I use it. Obviously there's just a new word sign in there, you know, with the numbers. It's a good practice if you don't want to go back and search for that specific color you want to use again and again. So you can see it, for example, right here. See, we have the same color on this building is the black, red, little darker yellow and green, and we do have the same pretty much everywhere. You could see it on the Mount Bello sign right here. Those are the same numbers, same colors. You could see it obviously on the dome. These are the same colors. So I've been pretty consistent with that, thanks to those little stickers. And yeah, so what I was talking about, yeah, this area, that's pretty much it. I mean, not much to talk about really here. It's the way for you to get to the zoo. If you came by car, so the buses will get you here, and yeah, there's a lot of people coming to my zoo. Obviously that's because I just, you know, seconds before I started to shooting, I've raised the maximum number of guests for my zoo. I kept it low, you know, because I really shooting my or recording my cinematics, I need not a lot of distraction around, and I want to preserve my FPS a little bit. But I've raised it to 2000 right now, so it looks a little bit more full and more, engaged, because before then there was basically nobody in some parts of the zoo, so we really need to fill this out. And yeah, maybe the word you're waiting for is, well, we are done with this zoo, right? Obviously, we are. I want to take one more week before I do a tour, and that's simply because I need to finish up some small stuff, really. Just go one by one over my habitats and areas to check if there is something missing, something wrong, and something needs update, add some, manage the lighting maybe a little bit. Let's see. We can see really how are we, if we are good or bad with the lighting. Yeah, I think there might be some areas that does not yeah, I think I took care mostly, but there might be. So these are just we are not putting lighting on this part, obviously, but there might be some, some to be done for me, which I would like to finish before I release this to the workshop and give you a proper tour. So next week we will do just that. And guys, I cannot wait to show you and make this zoo available to you, because it's going to be epic, and I hope you can just look around and enjoy it the way I do, because sometimes I just do that. I just look around and see what's in there, because there are some very nice views out there. And with that, I thank you for sticking with me through this zoo. It was a pleasure. It was a quite long ride, and yeah, guys, thank you and have fun. Goodbye.